Every year, thousands of men face a stark choice. Having just been told they have prostate cancer, they must plump for either treatment with some horrible side effects like incontinence, or leaving the cancer alone to be monitored. It happened to Richard 8 years ago, and he still remembers it well. There you are, you've got to make this decision. Do I have treatment, which is pretty grim, frankly, or do I leave the cancer alone?
You're asked that question, what do you want to do? And you've got to try and make your mind up. Meanwhile, your mind is going blank. It's like being in grey porridge. I mean, you just don't know what to think. You've had that one word cancer and the whole thing, your whole life is sort of flashing before you.
So we're going to put your data into this screen here, Richard, and we'll see what it tells us over the next 10 to 15 years with regards to your outcome.
Now, one of the country's leading prostate experts has devised a web tool to make that decision a little easier. Predict Prostate uses Public Health England data from 10,000 men taken over a decade.
Start off by putting in your age, which would be
71.
Richard's testing it for us today, but it's mainly aimed at men who've just been diagnosed. Put in your data and it calculates your chances of survival. The results coming in simple graphics.
So, Richard, we've put your data into the model, and we can now look to see what will happen over the next 10 to 15 years with and without treatment. We recognize that how men are counseled and given information about prostate cancer is quite an imperfect thing and varies greatly from place to place. So now what we have is as close as we can get to an individualized prognostic or prediction model for what would happen if an individual decided to have initial surveillance or treatment.
The tool is online and free for anyone to use. It won't make the decision for you, but you will be better informed.
If only that diagnostic tool had been available 8 years ago when I was diagnosed, I would have found it a lot easier to have made a rational decision.
Richard Westcott, BBC Look East, Cambridge.